These are the beautiful images that strike you when you walk around the compound. They can only be described by the words of Antoine de Saint, who believes perfection is achieved not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away, and also that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. He personally did the captivating, beautiful landscape that one encounters in the compound.
We try to keep our place as green as possible. I personally believe in green. Green because I do know that it has an effect in our psyche. When you're in a forest, there's a relaxing feeling when you're in a forest, and that's why we've tried to put a forest here. Bamboo, all kinds of greenery. When you're here, your mind should settle. As opposed to hotels in town where you have all the trucks, all the smoke, all the noise, and yet you are actually out of your house, or you're out of your office but still in the office.
As the old adage goes, one can either look at the problems they come across as opportunities or concede to being defeated by them. Kelvin's success has been as a result of his ability to combat his challenges.
But I think we've not grown up to that point where we do not compete one another, but we actually complement one another. I see that in Mombasa a lot. In Eldoret, we still don't have a society or a big organization that would bring hoteliers together. We don't have a vibrant, and if it is there, it's pretty quiet. I am really hoping that we'll get to a point where we will be able to market as was in Gishu. We all market as was in Gishu, and go out and get our stake. And every particular business in this particular place will actually benefit.
He believes competition from established hotels in Eldoret has not been a major challenge, but a tool that has enabled him to improve on his services.
Currently, we have a couple of hotels. I think competition isn't a big, competition for me has always been healthy. It's never been a challenge. It's actually been a plus. Without competition, you stagnate. But when you have competition, it wakes you up. And in any industry without competition, honestly, you can't move. And competition should never, as an entrepreneur, be regarded as a challenge. It should always be regarded as a positive because it props you up. It makes you move forward. So competition really isn't a challenge.
Kelvin has created employment to more than 110 persons and has identified lack of hospitality training institutions in Eldoret as a major hindrance to the industry in Eldoret.
Hospitality is something that comes from within. It's not something you just go to school and learn and come and think, or you can work in a hospital. In a facility. It is heavily skilled. In Kenya, we had utalii that provided that kind of skill. The other universities and colleges have actually taken the theory route, which is really not helping. We need more utaliis in our country to be able to provide skill for the many hotels that are coming up, not only in Eldoret, Nairobi, Mombasa, because the tourism market has heavily expanded. But we do not have proper human capacity trained to be able to handle it. And I think that's one of the biggest problems, not only to this hotel, but many other hotels. Waiters, chefs. We do not have a 5-star chef in this town. If you have 5-star visitors, let me not use 5-star visitors, but you have very important guests. We need to import chefs who can handle such kind of guests. So I think it's been a major challenge. And recently when we had the county government, we had NOREM, the tourism sector, we tried to address that. We need to develop in this particular place training facility that would be able to handle skill development for such an industry. Okay, one of the things that we do, especially as Noble, is that we try as much as possible to retrain our own. You come from university, all you know is theory. But when it comes to hands-on, you really can't do it. We have a lot of training programs within the institution to try and see whether we can develop. And we do not just recruit because of papers. We go for talent sourcing. I think that's it's a mode many other institutions are doing. We look at talents before we recruit, and then after that, once we realize you have a talent, we see how we can train you, make you better.
The budding entrepreneur has a unique business model that he applies to his businesses.
When I got into this, I'm not a hotelier, I'm actually an entrepreneur. I'm hoping that I can bring up this enterprise to a point I can give it to another Kenyan to run, who has a passion to run a hotel. My business model, as I told you, is to develop businesses. Develop them when they get to their maturity, I give them off. And I think Noble currently is coming to its maturity.
He takes pride for establishing an institution that currently has 55 rooms, 100 beds, has created employment to 110 members of staff, and serves up to 3,000 clients per month.
Taking risks is really not the preserve of everybody. We took risks when we bought this land. We didn't have the money. We took risks to develop this. I think for me, I would advise entrepreneurs to develop the muscle, the resilience. Whatever idea you have, you need to brood over that idea. I see people want to make money just like that. They want to start today and tomorrow they're millionaires. We've been bringing up this business for the last 7-8 years. We've had the challenges, and I think entrepreneurs should be able to get the whole mix. You're going into a business, you're going to have challenges, you're going to have problems, you're going to have success. There are times you'll cry, there are times you'll be happy. And I think when you're an entrepreneur, these are things that you should prepare to face. And as I said, get an idea, brood over it, develop it, culture it in yourself, and keep to it. Once you keep to something for a long time, I always believe when you think through something for a long time, your mind develops. It sees new things in that particular thing. And that's what we've done at the Noble. That's what we've also done at the Alpha. So I think that's something I would really want to advise most of the young entrepreneurs. The get-rich mentality is bad. The get-rich quickly mentality is honestly very bad, because you cannot sustain a business. One of the biggest problems that we have in this country is people want to start today, and tomorrow they want to tomorrow they want to be millionaires. It doesn't work like that.
He attributes his 8-year journey and success to taking risks.
Entrepreneurship is about providing service to humanity. I have workers here that I've employed, and they're working here. That to me is very good for an entrepreneur. It's not just about myself, it's about society. What solutions am I bringing to society? Noble has provided solutions to Eldoret. Whichever sector that you get in as an entrepreneur, it's not just about making money, but what solutions are you providing to society?
Kevin reads from the school of thought that states entrepreneurship is about living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't.